Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's my inaugural video. I've been thinking about doing this for, I don't want to say years, months definitely, but I needed to move and get relatively settled and we've done it. So my name is Stacy, but you know me as Sparkle. Little Jezebel, named after my cat, who's surprisingly not in here with me. And I just recently moved to Spain from the United States. So my channel is going to be a lot about makeup and the expat experience. So my first video, I thought I would do like a quick tour of what I have right now on my vanity and in my bathroom, because I had the challenge of packing everything that I own into two categories. The first category was things that we're going to be spending 3 months on a freighter. Right now, about 90% of what my husband and I own it's floating on a freighter in the Atlantic Ocean, slowly making its way toward us, and that included about 90% of my makeup collection. So I was tasked with the very big, it felt really big. My husband was making fun of me, but it felt like a very big task of figuring out, what I wanted to have with me for 3 months. I knew that I didn't want to repurchase everything. I have a pretty friggin' extensive collection of makeup, especially of palettes. I have an entire banker's box packed full of palettes and then some on its way to me. So I had to kind of whittle it down. So I thought I would show you what exactly I brought with me, just so you can kind of get a sense of what I'm working with from now until I get my shipment. We're about 3 weeks in. We moved here. Today is the 24th. I don't know. I've lost track of time. I think it's like the 23rd or 24th of September. We moved here on the 1st of September. So we've been here for about 3 weeks and change. So we're finally pretty much settled. Not fully settled. But if you guys have any questions, if you want to see anything, I'm totally open to, whatever you want to see. If you guys have any hints, I am totally new to this audio visual stuff. I have a camera and a microphone. I don't know how to quite make it all work yet, so I'm working on my iPhone right now. I can see I have ring light eyes, which is, I guess it's a thing. I don't even know how to edit this video yet. Let's put it that way. This is like my first foray into all of this, but I figure better to learn than to just get in there and do it. So let's start with my vanity. So I'm gonna pick you up, so it might be a little jostled here. Okay, so I'm gonna learn how to edit that. This is my vanity. It literally, we didn't want to buy a lot of furniture. A lot of our apartment, our flat, I'll do a flat tour if you want. It's pretty, honestly, it's pretty similar to a American flat. I mean, I have a bidet, but other than that, it's pretty normal. But a lot of our furniture was already here. We didn't want to buy a lot of expensive furniture, so we went to IKEA and just bought these 2 tables. Like the tabletop was €9, and then the legs were, like €2.50. So I did not bring these little drawers with me. These I got at Carrefour for like €11 a piece. So they're 3 sets of 3. So let's start with my favorite part. Let's start with the palette. So I agonized over what to bring. Side note, I am that girl. I'm down with creepy vibe, as you can tell. And it's the end of September and I'm going through Halloween withdrawals. So I agonized over what to bring with me. I have a pretty damn extensive makeup palette collection. And I was like, what do I want with me, you know? So I ended up with this. They're in kind of categories. What I'm trying to do right now is just use each one at once. And once I've used them, they go in this basket here. So I guess we can start with this basket. A couple of these just ended up with me because I bought them like right before I left. Like this Natasha Denona palette. This is the, where is it? Eyeshadow palette 5? I don't know. It's a nice purple palette. However, if I hadn't have bought it like we were packed and it like just kind of ended up, I probably wouldn't have come with me had it not just 2 days before we left. Same with this. I got this at the Walmart right before we left and it just ended up in. It's a great palette. Wouldn't have ended up. However, these two, ColourPop is my jam, our Lord and Savior. This one was coming with me. Like this limoncello palette. You have to forgive me now that I'm holding my palette or my phone. So this limoncello palette is like my favorite, probably one of my top 3 palettes ever. This was coming with me. There was no chance. And this one, this came into my collection right before I left. I wanted this. This is like one of my most coveted palettes. And it came into my collection, the ColourPop Raw Beauty Christie at Foresight. I still, every time I open it, I'm like, I love it. I love this palette. But these I've used since I've been here, so they all go back into the, I've used it. Another one that I actually used on my eyes today, so it's going into that, is this House Laboratories Glam Room 1 palette. I don't know why everybody like talks smack on this brand, but this is a nice palette. I don't know. It's nice. And you guys should give it a try. It's kind of a basic bitch palette, but you know, it does the job. It's really compact, you know, it fits, you know, the palm of my hand. I have small hands. I used part of that on my hands today, on my eyes today. It's not bad. We'll get to the single shadows in a minute. So these four were special. These 4 were coming with me in my suitcase. Side note, we had 6 suitcases between the 2 of us. We moved, it was my husband and I, our 4 cats, and our dog. So between the 2 of us, we had 6 suitcases. My husband took 1 and I took 5. The reason being is because I have, you know, all this stuff. Plus, I'm not a huge girl, but I'm also not a small girl. Like, I have very wide hips, and, you know, I'm a size, like, 18 in American sizes, and that's not super easy to find here. I wear Torrid, and, you know, you can get Torrid delivered, but I tried yesterday. It's $25 for delivery, and I'm just like, ugh. So I brought a lot of my clothes with me, so I needed the extra space. So that's the space we were working with, 6 suitcases. He's buying all his clothes over because, you know, he's a dude and he can do that. So these 4 palettes. Okay, so there's a story behind these. I love these so much. I bought these like 2 years ago. Let me stretch out. I bought these like maybe 2 years ago, and I love them. Ace Beauté. This is the Blossom Passion. We were supposed to move to Spain last year, and we were all ready to go. We were packed, and our tickets were packed. Our tickets were booked. The animals were ready to go. This one is the Slice of Paradise palette. So pretty. Our stuff was packed. We were ready to go, and then COVID hit, and everything fell apart. This is the Paradise Fawn. This one's my favorite out of the 4. Oh, love that one. And everything fell apart. And I was waiting for these 4. This is the Classical Paradise. For a basic bitch palette, this one is incredible. And I was saving these 4. I was like, okay, I'm going to wait until I get to Spain and then I'm going to use these. So these stayed untouched. And they stayed untouched in their boxes until I got here about 3 weeks ago. So I just started using these about 3 weeks ago, and when I didn't even swatch them. And when I put my first brush into it, I started crying. I've been like in and out of emotion because moving to Europe has been a dream of mine for like 13 years, ever since I lived in Amsterdam for three months back in 2008. So these, we're not going on the boat. I love these. Next we have, oh dude, the Naked Wild West palette. You know, I didn't buy this. I won this. And I was like, all right, because I like the color story, but I was like, you know, all right, cool. I bought a Naked palette. It was my first Naked palette. I love this palette. I love it. I don't know what it is. This color, Tex. This color, Bud. They're amazing. This palette, every single look I do, I need to use it more. Every single look I do with this palette is amazing. Highly recommended. I don't know why people trash this one. The brush is trash. I don't even know why I keep it, but keep it together. Plus, oh, look, it's so pretty. Oh, I love palettes. Then we have this one. This is another one that came just like right before we left. I have another LA Girl one, but it's on the boat right now. This is, if you guys have not tried LA Girl, you need to get on this. I think like these retail at Ulta for 20 bucks maybe. If that, they might be like 15. These are incredible. The textures on these are, where am I? The textures on these are fantastic. Like on par with like Natasha Denona. Honestly, I'd reach for this before Natasha Denona. Let me swatch that off. Oh, it's so pretty. But I just did it on my upper thigh. I'm not going to show you. So this one made the cut because I got it just a few days before we left. But I'm glad I have her. She's great for, you know, your basic bitch work looks. I'll save these. We'll do the singles. All right, and then we have a couple. Oh, this one I got after. We'll talk about that one later, but I got that while I was here. Couple of these. The Peridot. I have a soft spot for green eye looks. I have the July one. I'm a July baby, but the July one is on the boat. But I grabbed the Peridot one and kept it because I wanted to play with it, because it's by far their best one from this birthstone series they're doing, in my opinion. Amazing. Need to play with it. Glad I have it. ColourPop, you just kill me. I grabbed this one on a whim because I had points from Ulta that I was trying to use before I left. This is their quad, the Sorbet quad, and I didn't think I'd like it because the colors are boring. They're not. They're amazing. This is, I ordered like 4 or 5 more of their little quads because this is a little baby workhorse here. You can do so much with these 4 little colors. Hi, Twee. Daddy's not home. Hi, Twee. That's Twee. You guys will meet my babies. If you should subscribe because I'm trying to develop this. If you subscribe. No, you should subscribe. I know. This is an amazing little quad. I love this quad. I can't believe, I look at it and I'm like, oh, you're so basic, but it's amazing. 2 Ofra palettes. I know Ofra is a little controversial right now, but you know, whatever. This one is the purple one, I think, the Galaxy palette. Purples and greens I'm a sucker for. Let me open this. I wanted this one for a long time, so when I went on my crazy 40th birthday shopping spree, I grabbed this one. It was on sale. Love it. Glad I have that one with me. And this one is the Empowered. This is the green one. I love these. They are so good. I've only used them a couple times, but both times, like, they don't budge. Even without, I am a big proponent of eyeshadow primer. Like, I just threw them on one day without eyeshadow primer and they did not budge. I was like, what is going on here? Amazing. I also have the Beachside palette, but that one's on the boat. I also have a bunch of their singles, but that's on the boat. So I wanted to have a couple here just to play with because they're great. Speaking of green eyeshadows, another Natasha Denona. This one's here on purpose because I've had this for a while. This is the mini gold palette because it's green and I love it. And this is another, like, when we were traveling here, because we had to drive from Omaha to Newark and then fly from Newark to Lisbon. So we were like on the road for a week. I had these two. And then I think the Urban Decay and the Urban Decay Naked Wild West and my Raw Beauty Christie one, because I had just got it and I was like, there's no way I'm not having that. Amazing. So like great little travel palette. This one, love the colors, so pretty. So that one. Some more. Oh, there's Bazzy. There's Bazzy. Sure you'll meet Bazzy. This one is a newer, obviously it's a new palette. Say what you will about Jeffree Star. You know, most of the stuff I own from him, I don't buy from him directly, so I kind of, that's how I get around it. Like I bought this from somebody who ended up with 2 of them in a mystery, from the mystery box, so I'm sorry for the dog barking. He does that, but he's really cute. When you meet, he'll come up here in a minute and you'll meet him. His quality of eyeshadow is incredible, and I'm not going to apologize for loving it. You know, say what you will about him. It's amazing, and this is a great little workhorse. Beautiful. That green is amazing. My only thing with this palette is I wish these two were a little different. They're very similar on the eye, but overall, amazing. Glad I have it with me. Okay. So again, Jeffree Star, we have a mini orgy palette. I have the big one, it's on the boat. Again, like, it's beautiful. The guy knows what he's doing. We can talk about Jeffree Star. I have my opinions. But, what can you say? Like, this is a beautiful palette, and I'm really glad I have it with me. I have the big one. I also have I have a lot of his palettes. I did depot most of them because they're just too clunky, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Oh, this one is on par with like this one. Like, oh, I can't believe I have both of these. All right, I wanted this one so bad when it came out and I couldn't get it. And then I got it like 2 weeks before I left. So I have it, and I haven't even used it yet. I think I've swatched it, but I haven't used it. It is the Butte Bean Shroud. It's freaking Bats palette. It is like my dream. Pretty much like if I were to do a palette, it would look a lot like this. I still even have the plastic. I'm gonna throw away the plastic. I hate that plastic. I love it. I need to work with this in the next couple days. I love it. It's green. It's spooky. I love it. There was no way this was going on the boat. I just got it. It's perfect. This one was new to my collection right before we moved. I caved. This came out right around my 40th birthday, and I was like, oh, I don't need it. And then it went on sale at Ulta, and like my last trip to Ulta, I was like, oh, fine. So I bought it, and it's here, which is fine. I like having the, had I had it in my collection a little longer, probably wouldn't be here. That green is amazing. I've swatched it, but I haven't played with it. I need to. I mean, it's a nice little palette. I'm a little old for Powerpuff Girls. Like, I was kind of past that. But I'm really happy to have it here. I'm glad. So I kind of feel like this is like a normal person's collection. But it's like 10% of what I have. Maybe even less. Let's get into the singles. So I have a couple of singles that I brought with me. I have also brought some singles. I have since added some more singles to my collection from Glam Shop. Ooh, I'll do a Glam Shop video. Love Glam Shop. Initially, my initial plan, I was like, I'm gonna go minimalist and I'm only gonna have these. Yeah, sure, that didn't work out well. So these are my, they say Adept Cosmetics on them. Copacetic Cosmetics, check them out. We'll talk about that in a minute. These are my 9-pan, well, not just 9-pan. These are my 9-pan Color Pops. So these were all depotted. I had a little had a one man down. Some of them are singles. These are a little bigger. But a lot of these are just 9-pan ColourPop palettes that I sat and depotted because I wanted to save space, because space was a premium. So I have these two, and at first I was like, I don't need anything but these two, and then, yeah, come on, Stacey, you know yourself. So I have these. So like, as you can see, I mean, really, any normal person would, I mean, really, but I when, like, you know, pick your top 3. I'm like, palette number 1, palette number 2. It's cheap. But, like, as you can see, like, and they're all labeled on the back. So, like, this is shade ColourPop, High Tide, this is shade Lunar. So, we've got the High Tide palette in here. This is the Wine and Only palette. Like, and these Adept Cosmetic palettes, you can get them on Amazon. They're a little pricey. They're like $35 a piece. But totally worth it. I only lost one shade. And that shade was like falling apart. So it's pretty good. But like and then these guys hold 14 9-pan palettes a piece. So like, for example, this guy, ColourPop, Cloud Spun, Bon Bon. So if you're gonna depot, you wanna make sure to label. So I have all of these singles. And then, yay, love these. I don't use them as much as I should, but they're here and I have them. I know, it's weird. I have these palettes. So these are just 9-pan magnetic palettes from Shop Missy. This first one, oh no, Man Down is my favorite color too. I depotted most of my Jeffree Star palettes because they're clunky and they take up too much space. So what I did was I took my favorite shades out of the 2 palettes, and I made a shimmer shade and I made a matte shade palette. I have them here. I feel like they complement each other pretty well. Need to use them. Haven't used them yet. They're not in the used bucket. Then I have my Lunar Beauty. Nope, not Lunar Beauty. Lethal Cosmetics. Fun story about this one. I ordered the Lethal Cosmetics Teresa is Dead palette, like literally the moment it came out. Like I love her. She's like my favorite YouTuber. I was like, oh my God, girl, yes, please. Ordered it and they were like, oops, sorry, it's sold out. I'm like, no. I was up, I got up, I ordered it the moment it came out. And they were like, nope, you're not gonna get it till mid-September. And I'm like, no, I'll be in Spain by mid-September. So they gave me credit and I made this one. And it's okay. I like it, it's beautiful, great, but I have these, need to use them. And then I have this one. I put stickers on them so I know like what's what. These are my Copacetic. If you guys have not ordered from Copacetic Cosmetics, get on it because they're awesome. They do $2 Tuesdays the first Tuesday of every month, and they're great. So I have those here. I also have a few more in this big one. And then finally, my Inglot singles, which aren't Inglot singles. It's just my Inglot palette, which has just some randoms. I have some more Ofras here. I have an Ofra highlighter. These are Midas Cosmetics. Great. Love these colors. And then Jeffree, just a random Jeffree. Couple ColourPop. These are Copacetic. Yeah. These are Ofra 2020 Black Friday the Glitch palette. I really like Ofra. I know they're problematic, but whatever. Everybody's problematic when you get down to it. Some from Smoke Show, ColourPop, love that one. So yeah, these are the palettes that I have with me. It's like a normal amount of makeup, at least eyeshadow palettes, for like a normal person, but I'm not your normal person. You guys will learn that. So let's move on. I brought all of my eyeliners. They all fit into a tiny little pouch. I just brought them all. No sense in being without them if they're tiny and they fit. Brushes, I just kind of brought everything. Here's some of them, and then the ones that I'm currently using right now. I just kind of brought everything that I was using. I have some that are on the boat, but I was just like, okay, well, what's being used, you know? And I just grabbed it with me. Again, they were tiny, like the like the eyeliner, so it didn't take up much space. Let's go through these drawers. These drawers are empty right now because I just finished empty drawers. What the hell? I grabbed all of my AOA loose pigments. These are $1 a piece from Shop Miss A. You should definitely, if you like working with loose pigments, I like working with loose pigments. They have cool, like, creepy names. Like, this one is Grail. This one is Enchant. So if you like working with loose pigments, grab the whole collection. I grabbed those. They don't take up much space. Lipsticks. This is about half of my lipstick collection. And what I did was, for the most part, I separated them out. You'll notice that most of these are bullet lipsticks. I separated them out into categories. I didn't want my bullet lipsticks to maybe melt on the boat. So most, if not all, of my bullet lipsticks are here with me. I have a couple of, you know, outliers as far as liquid lipsticks, but most of my liquid lipsticks are on the boat. So these two are lipsticks, lip products. This is random eye stuff. So I don't know. I'm gonna do something with this. This is inspired by my friend Swatch Happens. She always does cool stuff with her jewels. So I grabbed these. This made the cut. This is just like basic. This is more Jeffree Star. Totally, if I need like the most basic eye look, I have that. Just I don't know, stuff that made the cut. Stuff that made the cut. But this is eye stuff. A lot of, you know, these kind of shadow sticks were in the same bag as the eyeliners. My Inglot Duraline made the cut because, you know, I don't want to live without that. You know, just a lot of stuff that fit in that bag with the eyeliners. I guess I'm blessed with like bushy eyebrows. I'm trying to be better at it. So I grabbed this right before I left. This is the e.l.f. eyebrow palette in black. In black. I don't love it. I don't really like it, but I also really don't like doing my brows. So there's that. This I grabbed when I was here. This is also brow stuff. It's not ColourPop. It's just in a ColourPop Super Shock thing. Concrete Minerals. I have a bunch of Concrete Minerals, but most of it's on the boat. But I did keep their primer with me because it's a good non-sticky primer if you're looking for a non-sticky primer. My glitter primer from NYX. And oh, this Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. Thank you, Welsh Twins. Whenever you want to do cut crease canvas, this is what you need to use. This is what it's for. It's amazing what happens when you use something. It's meant to be used that way. So this is like my eye drawer. This is stuff that came with me. Stuff I had over there. Where's that? My drawer. I went through my singles and my Super Shocks, and I was like, I'm only gonna take 10. Or 5. No. Every single one of my Super Shocks is in this drawer because I was like, no, I can't live without my Super Shock shadows. Get out of here. And I'm glad I made that decision because I reach for them all the time. There's also a couple of other things. This is from Shop Miss A. I thought I ordered it in black, but it came in pink. I don't know. I'll do something with it. Also, these AOA buttercreams. These are pretty cool. These made the cut. I don't know. Probably could have not made the cut. I have, you know, well, it's mostly ColourPop in here. This, I have a bunch of these. This is the only one that made the cut. I have magnets on the back of a bunch of these because they usually sit in a briefcase, the magnetized briefcase. Nomad Cosmetics, man, you're killing me lately. This is just a single, but it's a super nice single. I would depot this, but I don't want to ruin it. Desert Sands. Oh, I do have a couple concrete minerals, so I did grab a few. A lot of them are on the boat, but I have a few concrete minerals. Bitches Brew. There's one right here. Wicked. So, you know, now looking at it, I feel like I did a pretty good job of getting a lot of my stuff over here, even though I know I have a stupid amount of stuff on me. This is my face stash. This is the ColourPop blush quad. It's alright. It's not my favorite. I don't think I'd buy another one. This is the extra glazed one. It's, you know, it's alright. Like that. This is the best one. This is the Super Shock highlighter. So it's nice. This is my all-time favorite blush, I think. One of them, top 3. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Colorite Blush Trio in Fair Light. This middle one in Paradiso is like my favorite blush ever. I have never, ever panned a blush except for that. I have it over here. Here, I'll show you actually another one blush. I also have this. I got these. I have a bunch of these at Target. And it's a $1 billion beauty. It comes with this little mirror here. And it also, you can flop it out so it stands on your desk. But look at that pan. I depotted it from one of those. So I have all these blushes here, and then I have this, which is just a bunch of other stuff. Oops, that's a NARS Orgasm, my other favorite. So yeah, I have a bunch of blush. I love blush. This is my other favorite that I had to bring with me. This is Kaleido. Not Kaleido in Prima Donna, and this is what I'm wearing today. And I love this. I'm gonna pan this one. I love this color. It's like the perfect blush, bronzer, highlighter kind of. Oh, it's beautiful. Highly recommended. And then I have, you know, just this I need to pan. It's almost done. I need to put that out. Just a bunch of stuff that I need to finish up that I was like, I can't live without it. But looking back, you know, I probably could. I was freaking out about finding a moisturizer, or I wanted a primer with SPF in it, and here we are. Look at this. I had this the whole time. Easy Bake, Huda Beauty. Just a bunch of stuff that, you know, we all have, but God forbid I should live without it. And then my final drawer here, if I can get to it. Oh, this is the stuff that I used today. If you're interested, I'll put it in the description box. That's why it's there. This is stuff that I'm just in regular rotation right now. I'm trying to pan this. It's all right. This is my new SPF review incoming. That I got here, so that doesn't really count. This I was not going to live without. This is my NARS Liquid Orgasm Blush. I love this. Let's see. This was not going to live without. This is pretty much why I look 25 and I'm 40. Just, you know, black eyeliner, LA girl. This stuff is awesome. I will never buy a $22 Urban Decay eyeliner again because this is better. And then my last drawer is just kind of like tools and stuff. Here's the cord for my mirror, brush, cleaner, extra poof thingies, all stuff I brought. So that is kind of what I'm working with as far as makeup is concerned. This came, this is one of my favorite moisturizers ever, and of course Glam Glow had to go and discontinue it because that's what they do. So I also have a little stash of makeup and skincare in my closet. So here's like a little stash of makeup and skincare, body stuff, just to have on deck, stuff that I brought. Let's go into my bathroom. When I moved in here, there was like a little tiny shelf. I was like, that's not gonna work. So we went to IKEA and got this thing. So my jewelry obviously came with me. I have a pretty good perfume collection, but I figured I would bring like little ones to try. This one I got here, to try and get rid of, you know, all these little babies, and then, you know, Nobody wants to live without their Cocoa Cabana. And I love this. I'm trying to pan this, obviously. I hate doing my hair. If I could shave my hair, I would. I hate it. So this is just the stuff that made the cut. You know, like this, I started, it just ended up in the suitcase kind of. This I had to get here because this is my blow dryer because, you know, can't really bring much stuff that plugs in because our plugs are different here. Skincare. Oh, another thing about Europe is that they don't really do stick deodorant. So when we moved, I like started, every time I went to Target or Walmart, I just bought a stick of deodorant. So now I have enough deodorant to last me like, I don't know, maybe until the end of time. But that's okay because I cannot stand spray deodorant. So the American in me lives. So that came with me. My brushes, like, I don't know, there's just things where my husband was like, you know, and I'm like, why? I have this stuff, you know? Another thing you can't get here is Tree Hut, and it's killing me. I'm like using my body scrub so sparingly now, but you can't get Tree Hut here, so I'm gonna try and pan that pretty quick because honestly, body lotion is a thing, but yeah. So there are some things that I wasn't gonna live without. This one I was bringing with me. This, whenever my face gets angry, I put a layer of this on and go to bed at night. I wake up and my face is not angry. This is a great spot treatment. Wasn't going to live without that. Same with this. Oh, I found this, I discovered this, I think, like in an Ipsy box. And I love this stuff. I rarely have to use it because my skin is pretty great right now. I don't know what I'm doing. But then I was in the middle of using some Inkyless stuff when we moved, so it just kind of all came with me. I'm trying to pan this now. This will go next and then that, but good stuff, good stuff. My nail stuff, I got rid of this, I got this here. I got rid of most of my nail polish. A couple of colors are on the boat, but you know, this is just my, you know, I do my own nails, if you can't tell. So this is just stuff, you know, just to get me through. My makeup removers, those come with me. These are my empties. I don't know. I had a problem about a year and a half ago where I just bought like 50 of the, what do you call these? The sponge gels. So I have enough of those to last me forever. So these are all things that went with me on the plane. Some other things, this is my favorite retinol ever. Like, I don't know, if you've never used Awake skincare, I mean, Tarte skincare, who would have thunk, right? Again, using an Inkyless eye cream, it's okay. I don't know if I buy it again. There's a lot of stuff on the market, but it's doing the job. The best moisturizing cream. I don't use it every day, A, because it's expensive, and B, because it's thick. But I love this little, it's gross, I should have washed it. But I usually have a face wash here that I bought here. So I don't have it in this video, but I have my scar away because I just had surgery about a couple months ago. And then, here's my bathroom. There's the bidet. I don't know, I'm still too American to use it, but like, it's pretty cool, right? There is a little bag of American feminine hygiene products. I don't usually get a period because I'm on 2 types of birth control right now, so that's pretty dope. But, you know, if and when the day ever comes, I don't have to worry, like, you know, it's just little things that make me comfortable. This I got here. Here is what I brought over from, I'm moving all this stuff, I should have done this. Here's what I brought over from the States. My face wash. Like, I wasn't gonna just like shock my face with new face wash, so all this stuff came over. I use these, all of them, not all at the same time, but these are my 3 face washes that I have in rotation, plus my exfoliate. If anybody wants to send me some of these, I will love you. And you know, like my lip scrub, stuff like that I just didn't want to have to worry about. I have since added to the collection, you know, bubble bath is not a thing here, so I had to order that online. But that pretty much does it for what, so it's walking back out to me. Hi guys, so I hope you like this video. Let me know what stuff you want to see. I am totally down for, you know, tutorials, get ready with me, that kind of stuff. But like I said, I'm new to the whole audio visual thing, so be patient, learn along with me. Like if you could tell me how to get rid of the circles, the reflection in my glasses, that'd be cool because it's driving me crazy. I can only imagine. I would love to do like vlogs, you know, like come check out this store with me because there are some pretty cool stores. I don't live in a huge city. I live in a medium-sized city, so you know we don't have like everything, but we have some cool stuff here. So I hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe. Instagram Sparkle Jezebel. It's mostly makeup, my animals, and living in Spain. Have a good one. Bye.